API gateway, like providing the FPG implementations as well, and they were having this load balancer and all these concepts in their end. We were just developing like around 15 microservices, where is interconnected with each and other microservices as well. They were like very internally working with other applications to connect with our applications. So that is why we used a microservice architecture. So we deploy the Spring Boot microservices like around like for each EC2 instance, we will be having around 3 to 4 instance only, like 3 to 4 Spring Boot applications only, not more than that. So as we were using this, they were using like Eureka, like Netflix Eureka. So it was enabled in that. So we were registering all the microservices as we developed and Verizon developed. So we configure all those things. So we commit our code. That's what. Basically, like the
Why,
internal
why, what is the difference between going from microservices to monolithic application? Why can't you do all the changes in monolithic application?
See, if you basically they segregated the code part. Okay, basically, if you are doing working on a monolithic applications, we will come to know all the APG configurations, APG what are the property files. Like basically, they store the information related to their AWS console or all those informations which they don't want to share. So basically, we were working like BAs only, not for fully configured. So that is why we have implemented microservices which will connect to their applications. That's it. So if you do
See,
any
that's fine.
changes,
Security is
yeah,
one aspect. I'm asking in general why generally people tend to move from microservice monolithic to microservices.
see, if you work on monolithic, if you do any changes, you have to go through the entire test case scenarios and all, right? You need to cover all the test case scenarios as well. You need to put a lot of code changes as well when you're working. It will take a lot of time. So whenever we're coming to microservices, it is an individual functionality which we work on, right? We can test for the exact functionality and verify the test cases and commit our code as well. No need of waiting for deploying the entire application like monolithic when you're working with the monolithic applications.
Okay, and uh, yeah. So any design patterns you have used in microservices like circuit breaker, rate writing, things like that.
Yeah, I have used a circuit breaker fault tolerance like Hystrix command. So
Okay.
basically, like
Do you use Graph in Kubernetes?
uh, yeah, but I was not having access. We just basically in our Spring Boot we write a Docker file. That's it. We deliver to the client. We commit our code. So basically, they are
Okay.
using a CI/CD pipeline. So there were maintaining some different stages of deployment. Like first stage to extract the code from the GitLab, and second
Okay.
it will be build, and third stage will be like your Sonar test cases, right? It will cover everything. So once that Sonar test cube is cleared, only it will generate the jar, and then it will go for the Docker. It will generate the image file. Once that image is generated, then it will go to the Kubernetes. So basically, I have seen the Kubernetes where we see our service is running in that containers or not. That is what I saw.
Okay. And one more thing. Hmm. So out of the total experience you have in 9 years, how many years you have worked on Java and how many years on .NET?
5 years on Java, like AWS in previous project, like it was like 1.5 year I have worked in AWS. Basically, like I was in a role like to cover database activity as well, to cover the database migration activity, and then
Okay.
this .NET migration, like moving to the Spring Boot,
So how
everything
many
as well.
years of experience in UI?
Like it was very nice. Like in when I was working in .NET, I was working in JavaScript, jQuery, everything. But after that, I got in chance to work on Angular. But that too, like a small module I have worked on. That's it. I
I
got
mean, how many
another
years or months you have experience in Angular?
Angular 6. I have worked on like around 6 months to 8 months.
Okay. Okay. But you are ready to learn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, and Angular, do you know about lifecycle hooks in Angular?
Like basically like I know like around like 8 life cycle loops. Like one is like a constructor, ng on changes, and ng view init, ng view content, like after view content, ng after uh, content. Like I need, I think I need to brush up. Like ng destroy will be the final thing.
Okay. So you know about REST and spread operators?
Sorry, come again. I didn't get you.
REST and spread operators in
Rest
JavaScript.
and
JavaScript,
um,
yes.
yeah, I know, but I need to.
Three dots
Yeah,
operator.
yeah, basically like when you are communicating with when you're communicating with the other like a function or any other Java component, basically we pass an argument like a three dot parameters. Basically, it is nothing but in the previous function call, what are the states, like what are the input fields, or what are the states or scope of the object, right? You can extract in the child function, like you can view all the what are the objects like creation, like what are the variables, all the input fields.
Okay.
So all
Yeah, you
those we
know about
can.
destructuring? You know about destructuring
Uh, no,
in
I
JavaScript?
think no. I
You
need to
worked on
review.
CSS, Boot responsive design on CSS.
Yeah, I have worked on it. It
So
was long
yeah,
back. Uh,
okay,
basically, like I was working on CSS, like design, like basically in Bootstrap, everything was there, right? We just provide that class name with the Bootstrap name, right? That's it.
yeah.
So
Can you tell me
every
a few class names you have used in Bootstrap?
basically for button and all, I have used like a btn hyphen class, like submit button for differentiate providing the size icon and all defaultly provided by the Bootstrap itself. So all these things, input field, I'll be mentioning like with the Bootstrap, like what input hyphen some class name primary, whether it is a primary or secondary. Based on that, I will be mentioning all that in the class names.
Okay, yeah. Can you write a simple Angular? Say, let's say Angular application we have. Okay,
Okay.
so in that 4 pages are I have okay, home, about, contact us, something like that.
Okay.
3 4 component representing 3 4 pages are there. I want
Okay.
to write a few simple components of them and root them and map them.
Okay. Basically, like you can use a router module.
Yeah, you can write
Like,
the code. Whatever.
uh, I think I need to brush up on that writing the code. I better I will say you like basically like what I remember. Like I will tell you like basically we write a router. Okay, where we mention the path of the what type of path, like in the URL to be mentioned, like, and then the component name we provide it. Okay. So basically, these two information we provide in the router. So as you mentioned, so we have home, about, contact, right? So we write these three path name as well as component name, which component it should connect. So basically, when you click on that router hyphen outlet, basically it will load that page. So whenever that page is loaded, so you will be loading the template which is written in the file, TypeScript file. So that template will be loaded in the web page.
Okay. Any
So
commands you are aware of in Angular CLI?
um, any commands, like basically like when I was working, like when I was to create a component, basically I use ng generate component, the component name. So that is what I remember. For service, I was using ng service, and for ng module, I'll be using ng module, the module name which I want to create, generate, ng generate module. And then for running the application, I use ng serve. So this is what I remember, like ng build for and building the entire application, ng serve to run the application.
Okay. Yeah. So
If I go once, I go through for a couple of days. I think I can. Uh,
You
it,
said you are worked on database design also, right? You are
right.
aware of joins and all, joins and
Yeah,
all,
I'm
data,
aware. Not
ETL
design and all. I have worked almost in migrations only. Like once the database is backed up, right? So whether I will verify the objects, everything. So basically, right, when you're working with an Oracle objects, is you select star from user objects, you verify all the objects are same, like migrated to the target destination or not. So that I have worked on. Basically, design and all, like already existing design only I have worked on. So I haven't designed any new system and all.
okay. See, suppose I have two data to be saved in database. Okay, customer and order details.
Okay.
Okay, can you design tables for them? Customer and order. Simple as that.
Okay.
What are the attributes a customer table can have, an order table can have?
You want me type and send it, or can
Yeah,
I
it's up to
say?
you.
Okay. So basically, like I will have a customer entity where I will have the customer details of it, first name, last name, everything. So basically, like all this information I'll be having. Like for verification, I can use any ID identifier for related to the customer, and basically like phone number, address, everything I'll be storing in it. So all this information like date of birth and these are the important fields which we need to have for a customer. Like basically
Okay. And coming
all
to
this.
order.
Okay, basically coming to an order, it is like order entity. You can for a customer we can have many orders. Like he can provide a many order. He can create a many orders as well. So basically, like you can have an order ID and order name. What is the order product, like what is it selects, and what is the order price.
Okay. Yeah.
So all this information is required. Basically
Sure.
coming, yeah.
And any relationship between customer and order? How do
So
you implement?
basically in customer entity, I'll be having this one to many relationship of the orders, list of orders. So
No,
basically this,
attribute. Where do you mention that?
where do you?
Mention that joining attribute, join attribute.
Basically, you can have it in order table itself, like a customer ID. So basically, you can add that
Okay.
information. So it will be respective for the respective customer information. That's what.
Why can't I have order ID in customer?
Uh, there will be a duplication entries like customer information. You will be redundancy of data will be more.
Okay. See, suppose I want you to write a query where I want to pick up, okay, pick up the customers having the highest orders.
Okay.
Orders
Okay.
from these two D tables, customers having the highest number of orders.
Okay. We can
Can you
use,
write a query for that?
yeah, we can use
Customer
group
name,
by.
customer
Okay.
name, customer ID,
Hmm.
and what is the total orders they have placed.
Okay.
Top three.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you write a query for it?
Yeah. Okay. Top three you need, right?
You
Um,
got the question right?
yeah, I got your question.
Okay.
So customer name, customer ID, maximum orders of the customer, right?